What's up, guys? Nolan here, and we've got some stuff to talk about today. For starters, this. Nikita Buyanov, the lead dev in many ways on Escape from Tarkov, but for Battlestate games in general, tweeted this out this morning where immediately, yes, the assumption is this is a tease for the full release of Escape from Tarkov. Gonna talk about that today, but before we go too far, I did want to tell you guys I will have drops over the New Year's Eve over on Twitch, and the drops are getting better as the event progresses. We are given tasks to complete to improve the drops. If you collect all of the drops, you'll have a chance at things like actually good ammo, actually good armor, bitcoins, high tier barter items, and even graphics cards. Hell, even at the start here where we haven't done all, but we've only done one of these tasks so far, even just getting these food items is pretty damn useful. And some of the gear that we're getting, like good ear pro, good helmets, things like that. So although not found in raid, these are the best drops that we've had in years. So soon after a wipe. So come by tomorrow night. We're going to be doing some special stuff for New Year's, and leave a tab open to get your rewards. Remember, you'll want to mute the tab, don't mute the stream, mute the tab, leave it open, you'll be good to go. Those of you guys that want to do something over New Year's Eve, if you want to get in game, we're going to be doing stuff. I'll also remind you guys tomorrow. Now back to today's main topic. BSG wanted to release in 2024, but got held up with the tech, so they had to delay a bit. They've actually already released a 1.0 trailer, even though BSG don't call it that. They forgot to tell IGN, or at least they told them too late, or IGN don't seem to care, because after they sent them the trailer, after they sent IGN the trailer, to this day, the IGN trailer still has 1.0 in the description, and if you literally search Tarkov 1.0, it pops up. So yeah, BSG have been wanting to reveal a release for some time now, except they didn't, did they? Nikita just set a time frame. If you had asked them what time frame they wanted to release in maybe Q3 or Q4, or hell, even Q1 of 2024, that being Q3 or Q4 of 2023 or Q1 of 2024, to be specific there, I bet they would have said Q4 of 2024, because otherwise, why would they have this trailer? Why would they be doing what they're doing? But it didn't work out. What has also been announced since then, perhaps by accident, was Nikita at TwitchCon revealing they're already in pre-production for their next game. That was back in September. That next game is assumed to be Russia 2028. Long story short here is Russia 2028. Russia 2028 is a single-player game held in the Tarkov universe a couple decades after the events and lore that we're playing through in Tarkov now and started in Contract Wars. Russia 2028 was the game BSG wanted to actually make, but needed the funding first, so they built Contract Wars, hired ops, then Escape from Tarkov. However, Tarkov obviously blew up, and they put way more time into it than they would have liked to. And just for the quick gist of it here, 2028, like I said, is going to be single player, and it should play a lot. Very, very similar to Stalker, except more realistic. No sci-fi stuff. I've done a bunch of videos on that. You guys can search my channel, and you'll find those. Ask a sane person, and this is certainly a release time frame for Escape from Tarkov, going back to referring to Nikita's tweet here. If you ask me, it could be when they hope to release Tarkov, but it could also be when they announce their new game, which should, again, be Russia 2028. If they were actually confident about Tarkov, they would say as much or do a better job with the post, or Nikita got a little tipsy and decided to fuck with us again. BSG clearly want a big release here. They were talking about loads of like arena tournaments and even TarCon, a convention dedicated to Escape from Tarkov. If they want all that to happen along with, though, I don't know, finishing the game, I think they'll end up needing more time. It just depends on how hard they want to push it. Whatever this is, it makes sense that BSG will do something important to the universe of Escape from Tarkov in Q2 of next year. We'll just have to see what exactly. At the bare minimum, expect a wipe next summer, or yeah, next summer. We've got only one more day left here, but yeah, next in 2025, summer of 2025, expect a wipe. Whether that will be the last of the in development wipes or not, we'll have to wait and see. In other news, this wipe has gone surprisingly well for me, and I'm a believer of the no/limited flea market. I think the combination of the flea, hideout, arena, and the game knowledge base made the game way too easy, and the wipes meaningless. I said as much last wipe. This time around, I think it feels fantastic grind-wise, but could use some attention to the crafts and the hideout in general. I think they have the hideout balanced to a world with the flea market, and decided not to change anything after the change to found in raid, and now it's a bit too difficult to find the items required for the hideout in its current state. I have no problem with it being found in raid, I just have a problem with the access. It doesn't give us to progression afterwards. At the point that I finally find the items to upgrade these hideouts, I don't care what those crafts are. I'm past those tasks, or I don't need them for the barters, or I don't need them for the crafts. It took me 20 raids. It took me 20 raids of looting and looking for toilet paper to find it. Of course, I wasn't solely looking for toilet paper, but it was at the top of my list for the lavatory, along with defuel, tool sets, and light bulbs, which for the rest of those, I am still looking for. And I've already played dozens of hours. There's always some things I can't seem to find, and I know I'm not alone on that, or make it out alive with. Also, another thing we gotta keep in mind here, because it's found in raid, and you need a lot of things for the hideout. Some beneficial changes, in my opinion, could be the addition of crafts at the lower levels to help with items required for the hideout. They could nerf the costs of the upgrades themselves, or they could add barters for the items and make it so that if you use found in raid items to barter, it will give you found in raid items back. That's the stuff off the top of my head here. That's what's on my mind for the current wipe and what's going on in the wipe here. And that's going to do it for information in terms of new stuff for today. Click all the buttons on the screen or come by a stream to support what I do. Check out my other channels for other games below, like Broken Arrow and Star Citizen. If you are into Star Citizen, check out my org recruiting video here. Going to let this gameplay roll out. Hope to see you guys tomorrow. Otherwise, Happy New Year. Thanks for watching and hope you have a nice day. See you guys.
Ah!